Hey there, it's Brittany. Welcome back. Today is my first Bracelet Blitz video. I kind of did a Bracelet Blitz with my 6 sea glass bracelets video, but this is the first one named Bracelet Blitz. I'm just going to make a bunch of bracelets. I don't know where we're going with this today. I pulled a bunch of artisan beads and a bunch of gemstones, and I'll probably be pausing to get up and get other things, but I'm just going to show you really quickly some of the stuff I grabbed to make in our Bracelet Blitz today. I might grab some other things, but these are, I don't know if I'm going to use them. I don't know what's going to happen. So here's one artisan bead I made. It's a bracelet bar, a Zuni Bear bracelet bar, my faux ceramic technique. I also grabbed 2 things that Pam from Mossy Cup Oak Design sent me. These are adorable, and I really wanted to use those. I also grabbed a bracelet bar from Leah Clark ceramic. Ooh. And I grabbed this bracelet bar. I actually had a bracelet in the works for this, and then I decided against what I was doing with it, so I want to redesign it. I mean, I've had that for months. And I also have a big bag of Heidi's artisan beads here. I might go grab other artisan beads. I don't know what we're gonna get into today, guys. And I have this tray. I grabbed some gemstones out of 2 of my big bags, and these aren't the ones that you guys saw in my haul. These are just random, not filed away in the right place gemstones that I grabbed. And I have some African beads in here too. These came from Renee. These I bought in Tucson. I do kind of have an idea for this one. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I also have that big bag of gemstones from my gemstone haul, so I don't know where we're going to go from here, but I think we'll just pick something and start. I actually need to go grab, I have a longer bead board, so I'm going to go grab that because I can lay out a bunch of bracelets at a time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I grabbed this big bead board. I think it's pearl knotting board. I'm not sure. It's by Beadalon. It's 20 inches long, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and a bunch of pockets up here for bead sorting. I think I might have gotten this from Amazon. I really can't remember. I'm not gonna use only bracelet bars today. Obviously I have a charm right here, but these are really just out for inspiration. I have no idea where we're going right now. I have no idea. So first thing that kind of called out to me were these Dalmatian Jasper. These are matte, so they just look like they're fun to touch. I got these in Tucson. I think they were $1 a strand, so I got like 4 or 5 strands, maybe 3. I don't remember. I really want to put this with something turquoise. I don't think. Well, I kind of do like how that looks, but I had another idea in mind for that guy. I actually really like how that looks. Bring it up a little closer. I like how that looks earthy. The thing is, with this one, I want to do something that's different than what I did with the other bracelet bar I got from Leah, which was, if you remember, it was a knotted leather bracelet. So I'm not going to do leather with this one, and that one had brown. I wanted to do something brighter with this, but it's not really a bright color. It's definitely a neutral. So I'm thinking maybe the Dalmatian Jasper with that would be really nice. I don't know. We're gonna wing it. We're gonna see what happens. So here are the beads that I had originally picked out for this guy, and I didn't like how I ended up configuring it. I actually made a bracelet and then I hated it, and then I took it apart. So here are all of the beads that I had chosen for this bracelet bar, and I might zoom in so you can see it better. I just wanted you to zoom out so you could see what it looked like, and see this half is still perfectly fine. I could just hook a jump ring on it, but I don't like this chevron bead. Doesn't really match. I really do just like the natural vibe going on. So we'll figure it out. I'm gonna grab my nippers. Somebody asked, I got these from Joann's with a coupon. I don't remember the company, but if you look up jewelry Snips or something on their app, you can find these. They're green. They're like the only green ones. So I really like that the toggle matches the sun motif I put on the bracelet bar. So we're going to keep the toggle. I'm just going to cut this off. I am going to scooch in so we're not distracted by the rest of the bead board while we're working on this guy. I'll move these guys over here. I'm excited about this. Sorry guys, I kicked the camera. I have wanted to make this bracelet for months, and I just did not have the gumption or the motivation to do it. So I'm going to get those guys out of there. We have our little Zuni bear. I'm for sure using this toggle clasp. And then I just really love these bone beads. I don't remember where I got these. They might have been in a mix or something. I can't remember. But it was before Renee sent me her beads, so I know they didn't come from Renee. I love this little sun guy. He kind of looks like a lion too, but it's piggybacking off the sun on his back. And I love the silver going along with it. So I'm just gonna kind of put things in the order I think they look good in for now, and then we can figure it out. I did like how it looked with these two between the two darker beads. So we're a little heavier on the larger beads on this side. So I'm going to switch this one out for this one. Put them on that side. And I definitely want that. All right, so it looks like I'm going to need another darker bead for in between here. I'm going to need a couple spacers for in between there. Thankfully, I always have my spacers next to me. I've learned to not put them away because I'm always popping up to grab them. So I'm going to grab a couple of these, and I'll scooch this over a little bit so you can see. Ooh, here's a Z bead hanging out from Ashley. I kind of like it. The other thing is I want it to be darker than that though. I love that bead and I think it would look nice on this bracelet, but I don't like it next to the other beads. Let's see, anything else in here? Ooh, this came from Ashley. This will work. Some kind of carved bead. It might be horn or bone, but this is beautiful. I don't know if we can. Yeah, that's gorgeous. It's perfect. It goes right there. Perfect. Thank you, Ashley. All right. So the problem with this is, let me grab my ruler. I know there's a bunch of rulers on here, but I like this guy. So this is about 7 inches plus the jump rings that will be coming out of his body. And then the toggle clasp. Oh, I'll put it on the side. I'm going to need to put a smaller bead right here because of the toggle clasp. So, yep, that should work. All right, so I have my wire. I have some crimps, and I need to go grab some new crimp covers. Ashley just sent me some, so I'm going to go grab those once I need them, because these, I can't flat crimp this. First of all, I don't want to because they'll be on the part of the bracelet next to the bear, and it won't look nice with flat crimps. And I'm also using gunmetal crimps, so I want them to be silver covered. So I'm going to go grab my crimp covers and I'll be back. Okay, so I grabbed some thick jump rings. These are from Hobby Lobby. Those are going to go in our bear at the head and the rear. So let me put those in really quickly. I watched Pam's video, Mossy Cup Oak Designs video last night, where she used the bracelet bar that I sent her, this one, and she made such a beautiful wrap bracelet. I haven't made a bracelet like that yet, so she's inspiring me to do one. I'm not ready yet. Maybe, I'm not going to commit to doing one during the Blitz, but I'm going to have to try that technique. I haven't done one like that yet. So, all right, we'll go ahead and close that up. These are such thick jump rings. They're like 16 gauge, I think. Okay. So, oh, he's so cute. I just love that little bear. He's the only one I've ever made like that. Well, I've made earrings that look like this, but he's the only bear bracelet bar that I've ever made like that. And it's so cute. I don't love making this style because it's kind of hard. So he might be the only one I ever make. All right. So I'm going to put my crimp tube around the wire around my jump ring, put my crimp tube on, make sure that my wires aren't crossed. I'm going to grab my crimping pliers, make sure that the tube, I'm grabbing it between the two wires and not anywhere else, crimping a V, turning it, putting it in the next one and squeezing, putting it in the next one and squeezing, and then finally squeezing with just the pliers. And here's my, I actually don't know if these will work because they're a little thinner, and these are huge crimp tubes. They're not crimp tubes, they're crimp beads, but they're still pretty big. So hopefully this will work. If not, looks like we'll just have the crimp beads showing until I find crimp covers. Oh no, those are perfect. Ashley to the rescue. Thank you, Ashley. See, and then we just close it and it just looks like a bead. I didn't do that very well, but you get the gist. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut this. I don't really need that big of a length. And then we're just going to scooch on some beads. So I haven't decided, since it looks like I have a silver bead, I guess I don't need this spacer bead there. I'm just going to put on the bone bead that Ashley sent. It's a random silver bead. I think I got this in Vegas. A nice bone bead. I just love these. I think I got a bunch of them in that bone haul that I got from eBay, but I haven't used any of those beads yet. I need to do like a Blitz with those. I have a lot of jewelry ideas, guys, but I just don't have the time. Like, I have a whole series, like I want to do a whole bunch of different series with you guys. Like, I want to do a monochromatic series where I go through the rainbow. Like each video shows a couple couple bracelets or a piece of jewelry or a set or something in one color, monochromatic. And then I also want to do just a bunch of blitzes showing you guys how to make a jewelry line using coordinating items. Like, I have so many ideas, but very fortunately I still have a full-time job, so that takes precedence over fun jewelry movies or videos. Okay, so I am in love with this so far. Ugh, that just makes me so happy. Okay, I don't know why. Jewelry just makes me so happy. Okay, we need another bead to go through before the horn bead. Is that bone or horn? I don't know. I think it's horn. So then we'll go here. But I would, for the monochromatic series, I would go in color order. Let's see how long this is. Oh boy, we're already at 4.5 inches, so we'll just have to be very careful that we don't go over. I am going to put a bead stopper on this side just to before I close it off, because I don't want to do something wrong and then I have to undo everything I've done. I don't have my bead stoppers over here, so I just took a small spacer bead and I'm just going through it one direction and then wrapping it around and going back through the bead so nothing's going to fall off. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side with our wire and our crimp bead. Okay, and here's our finished crimp bead. Just to cut down on video time, things I've shown you once, like this side, I'm not going to include in the video. This is going to be a long video because of me trying to make 5 bracelets. So, excuse me. So I am going to either eliminate or speed through a couple things that, would be redundant. Okay, so I'm going to cut this and then pile on some beads from the other side. And of course I messed up the order. But it's okay. I think I am going to put this guy on this side because the first bead I had was the sun. Now I'm trying to decide which way should I put the face, towards the bear or away from the bear. I think I'm going to go away from the bear. Okay. Oh. Well, let me see how this looks. 'Cause this was my spacer between these two beads. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Put a teaser photo up on my YouTube page of all those gemstones that I pulled, and somebody just replied that they couldn't wait. It's Katie. So I'm excited to show you guys. Why did I put so many dark beads on this side? Whatever. We will grab another one of these. Okay. I'm just going to, these tails are driving me nuts, so I'm just going to trim them. Usually I hide them in the beads, but I think we'll be okay. If I have to restring, I have enough left on the other side that it won't matter on this side right now. Okay, there we go. There we go, that's much better. Okay, so I'm going to measure this. I just love this. This is so sweet and so absolutely me. I'm going to have to make a matching necklace. Okay, so we're at 7 inches, and then I still need to put on my clasp, so we're good. We're good. It's going to be a little loose, I think, but it'll be okay. Oh gosh, I needed to put another. I had a small spacer bead at this end because the toggle needs to have a smaller bead to be able to go through the loop, because this whole thing, this part of the toggle is going through as well when you're locking it. And if I have a big bead here, it's not going to fit through there. So I need to change around something. Do I need to have a spacer between the sun and the... Because I don't want to add any more length to the project, especially since this side is already longer, but it's okay because this side has the toggle, which is the round part of the toggle, which is longer. Let's see how this looks without a spacer between the bone and the horn beads. I'm okay with it. And if I'm okay with it, everybody's okay with it because it's my bracelet. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we'll do the same thing that we did to secure the crimp bead on the other side, and I'll do it on both sides. And oh my gosh, this is my absolute favorite bracelet that I've made probably in the last at least 10 days. But it's so cute, and I'm so happy it finally came together. I was so discouraged when it didn't work before, and I don't even remember why it didn't work for me before. But this is so cute, and I'm so happy that we started off the Bracelet Blitz on a really good note. So isn't that just so fun? Just so eclectic, and if you just pick out a few beads from your stash, nobody's going to have that same bracelet. That's what I just love about jewelry and art in particular. It's just nobody else is going to have this, or something that I make from some other artist. So there's our first bracelet. It's going to be hard to top that one because I really, really love it. And I'm going to put it on right now and then make the other bracelets while wearing this one. So, all right, let's see. What do I want next? I'm really looking at this Jasper really hard, this Dalmatian Jasper. And then I'm really liking it with Leah's bracelet bar. And I'm thinking green crystals with it. So I have to go find some green crystals, which isn't going to be hard because I can see the green crystal bag from here, but I'm also trying to figure out how we're going to do this because I don't want it to be leather like the other bracelet I have, bracelet bar of hers. So I'm thinking either antique bronze or gold, but I don't know if I have antique bronze or gold crimp beads, and that's what I'd need. So I'm going to take a look at my stash and I'll be back. Okay, so I picked out a bunch of green crystals. I don't know that any of them match perfectly yet. Here's the bracelet bar. This is like a sage, and I don't have any sage crystals. I don't know how that's possible, but it must be that I've never seen sage crystals before. So I have like a peridot. These don't really go that well. Because I'm looking for more of a natural look. Okay, so those are out. And then we have this silver, half green look. They're a contender, but the silver is bothering me on those. I have these green, they're smaller. No, it's too vibrant to go with that guy. I have these darker mossy green. Well, they don't look terrible. I know it's hard for you to see probably how they look in the camera because the light is not helping me today. And I have these, which turns out they were an old bracelet that I just didn't like, and I just put them back in my bead stash. I just didn't wear it. I think it was too big and I never remade it. That's not working either. Here's the last set. Okay, I don't hate these. I don't love them either. Okay, so no, I don't like those. All right, back to the drawing board. Maybe aventurine? Would aventurine match that? Because I could go get some gemstones. Let me see. I have that aventurine bear that Ashley sent me next to me, and I can see if that, that kind of, okay. I'm going to go grab some aventurine and see if I can figure out some that might go well with this. Okay, so I found these faceted ovals and rondelles aventurine from my gemstone haul. They're a little darker than this bear, but I still think that they go well with this bracelet bar. The funny thing is now I really want to make a necklace using this bear as a pendant and this Dalmatian Jasper. So I have more of these. That'll be a necklace in the future for sure. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, so we're just gonna figure this one out. I have to think about how I want to put this on the wire, I remember I got some culottes from, here we go, from Wendy's shop. I'm just going to make it antique bronze because it's going to be easier on me than trying to find something else. So there we go. We have these two. Because I don't know that I have wire antique bronze findings that I need for this. So I found some twisted jump rings in my stash. I got these from Etsy years and years ago. I used to use them all the time on necklaces, and I don't think I have a ton of them left, but I'm just going to use these as the connector for the bracelet bar. Okay, put them on either side. And I'll have to go through my stash and figure out what clasp I want to use for this. Okay, that's really cute. So I just spilled out a bunch of beads. I don't know what order I'm going to put them in yet, and I have some spacers too. Let's put those there. I'm going to cut open my strand of Dalmatian Jasper. And looking through my toggle clasps here. Oh, this is cute. You have like a heart. I'll show you guys what I have just available right next to me. Okay, so this has a hand. I'm like looking at this to get some clues. So I have a swirl, a hand, and some dots. So I don't want to use a flower. I have a bunch of different ones. Okay, sorry I'm mumbling. All right, so here are the toggles that I have. I have these. No, I'm not a huge fan of that for this project. I have these. No, I don't want flowers. Although I do like how that has the swirl from the... Okay. And then we have this guy. He matches. Okay, so this guy's a good one. We'll think about that one. Oopsie. I think these are just random ones I've gotten from Jesse James bead mixes. Oh, I don't like those for this project. I like them, just not for this one. And I do like this heart a lot. I know there's not a heart on here, but I really like it. And it looks like there's a swirl toggle in here too. Whoopsie. So where does this guy go to? Does it go to the heart? It doesn't look like it matches the heart. Let's see. Wondering, do these two go together? I don't know what else it would go to. It just doesn't seem like they match. No, I'm not going to do that to myself because I'll get upset at the end. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to stay with this guy. He matches the twist in the pendant and in the jump rings. I'm going to be attaching my beads to the jump rings with these culottes because, or clamshells, whatever you call them, because I don't have if I do have bronze crimp beads, I don't have them available at the moment. So, okay, so we're just going to figure this out. I'm going to put a rondelle here. Grab some of these guys. I don't think I'm going to use the ovals. I like how the rondelles look. Get these things out of the way. Sorry, guys. And I have a couple spacer beads. I just want to put them around the rondelles, not the Dalmatian Jasper. All right, so let's see how this looks once it's on the wire. So if I go backwards, I really like that. I really like that. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so using, I have to find a crimp bead. I think at the back of the bracelet, I'm not going to worry about crimp beads and crimp covers because nobody's going to see it, but I just don't want there to be an issue up near the bracelet bar. So I'll take my crimp cover, slide it in the crimp tube. So you can do this one of two ways. You can just leave it out like that and just crimp it in there. But what I do is take the tube, just because I don't know. It's just, maybe it's there's no scientific reason for this, so I like to do it. So the tube is in my left hand, and I'm sliding the wire back down through the crimp cover, the clamshell, whatever you want to call it. And then, so now we have our crimp tube in there, and I don't have a wire sticking straight up. And I'll find my crimp covers, or crimp pliers, and just simple crimp, flat crimp this, because there's nothing to there's no reason to fold it. So just grab the crimp bead, smush. You know I like saying smush or squish or whatever. Okay. Pull this down. Oh, I can't pull it down anymore because of the way I did it. But that's okay. It's still covered. And then we're just going to squeeze this closed. Okay. And you can just cut that off. You don't need to keep the tail. It's just to keep a wire from sticking out the top. So I will go ahead and nip that. Up. Make sure you're nipping the short one, not the long one. That would ruin your day. Okay, I'm just going to reinforce this closed with my crimp pliers because you can see he keeps popping out the side. Just squeeze it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the first side. I'm not going to put, again, I'm not going to close it off because I don't know for sure that this is long enough or short enough. I'm just going to do what I did with the last bracelet and put on a bead stopper for this side. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I measured against my wrist. I went ahead and took the jump rings and put them on the the clamshells. This bracelet is so gorgeous, and I'm going to be making a matching one to layer in just a moment. Actually, maybe two. And then I'll be so excited once I do the matching necklace using that pendant bear that Ashley sent. I think we're gonna use part of Heidi's, one of Heidi's beads to make one of the matching bracelets here. Because there's a hand here, and she made a hamsa, and it's just close enough. Yep, we're gonna use this on a charm bracelet to match. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so one end needs to have one more bead. I'm thinking because the end with the shorter end of the toggle needs to be just a little bit longer. And doesn't this look off to you? Like, I don't know that this will fit in here. Oh well, if it doesn't, I'll have to fix it. So I'm just going to take one of these rondelles, put it on this side, and then close it off with a flat crimp. Okay. I'm so excited that this matches well enough for me to do a second bracelet. I'm so excited because I was just gonna make a matching bracelet. I was like, wait, do I have any hamsas that would match? And I don't think I have any bronze. And then I was like, oh wait, I just got some from Heidi, and I want to use as many artisan beads in this Bracelet Blitz as I can. So I'm super excited, super excited. Okay, so I need to stop talking and pay attention to what I'm doing for a moment. Okay. All right, so we want to make sure that you kind of put it like this a little bit, just to make sure that it's not straight as a pin when you're crimping, because then you won't have any give and movement on your bracelet when you're wearing it. Just flat crimped it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad because of the black and the Dalmatian Jasper. Trim off of your extra wire, and I'm just going to do the same on the other side. Okay, we have bracelet number 2, which is just adorable, using Leah Clark's bracelet bar and some Dalmatian Jasper and some aventurine. Hopefully this fits through here and while it's on a bracelet, because that would just be my luck. Oh no, it does. Okay, so it's just so cute. And now we have plans for a matching necklace, and while we're watching, bracelet number 3 is going to be a matching bracelet for this. I need to check to see if I have, whether I'm just going to use a jump ring to put this on as a charm, or if I'm going to use a bail. So I'll do that in a moment. This isn't, we don't need that right now. We're gonna wire wrap that, well, not, maybe wire wrap it in just a second. We'll see how it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, put some rondelles there. So excited that I'm using some of these gemstones from my gemstone haul. I haven't really used those yet. And the funny thing is, I don't love aventurine. I'm just not a big fan of it because it just looks like it's not as exciting as some of the other gemstones. But it's really doing it for me today because it's so beautiful with this Dalmatian Jasper in that pendant. Okay. And for a bracelet to be beautiful, you don't have to have an intricate, crazy pattern. Patterns are pleasing to the eye. That's why you want to do something recognizable sometimes, like this one. Okay. I don't know, that might be too many beads, but I'm going to see if I have a bail that looks like one of these in antique bronze. I don't think I do now that I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I'm just going to grab a thick jump ring and some a head pin and or some wire and some bead caps to put in the middle here. Okay, so I grabbed my Elasticord needle by Beadalon. I grabbed a twisted jump ring. I didn't have any antique brass bales. I'll have to remedy that later on. I brought over, I didn't have any wire the right color, so I have these really long 3-inch head pins. These are from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure they were half off when I bought them. So I'm going to use these to wire wrap the pendant, the bead into a pendant, I should say, for the bracelet, a charm, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to do the hand down. So this bracelet, actually this bracelet can go either way, but I'm going to do the hand down. This is just such a beautiful bead. Thank you, Heidi, for making such beautiful stuff. I'm going to grab some spacer beads, put them out here. And then I also have some of these I want to use. So, okay, so for this bead, the hole is small enough that the head's not going through the bead. I'm going to put a spacer on top of it and then a little tiny other spacer on top of that. See how that looks? Just kind of finishes it off, but I kind of want that to be a little bigger than the one that's on there. So let's see. I brought over some bead caps as well. Just start piling stuff on top of the bead. Oh yeah, that looks great. Let's see if we need this little guy on top of there. No, we don't. But we can put this little guy on top of there. And it's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to grab my pliers and wire wrap this. It's a little harder with head pins sometimes because they can be stiffer than wire, even though they're smaller gauge. I don't know why that is. Maybe they work hard on them somehow. I don't know. And I'm going to take my other pair of pliers and wrap this around because it's not going to be very easy on my fingers. Okay. And I'll just keep moving it. You can move it however you want. There is no right or wrong way to wire wrap. I've learned that one. I've seen people do it 75 different ways. So this loop's a little big for what I want, but I'm going to live with it because I'm not going to redo it. Okay. Once you get it started, you can use your fingers. Okay. And I actually like both sides equally, so it doesn't really matter where I cut the tail. Just make sure you cut it so it's tucked in, or tuck it in yourself because you don't want that snagging on your clothing. There we go. And then we have a pendant. And I'm just going to straighten that loop because it's a little wonky. My loops never turn out right, but you know what? It's handmade. It's a little charm. So that's so cute. Oh, Heidi, you're so talented. Okay, so we can just, it doesn't really matter. The bead's going to swing around anyway. So I am going to, I don't know if this is enough or not. So I'm just going to start stringing on my Beadalon Elasticord needle. Oopsie. And we'll see, we'll go from there. So just looking at the holes in, I think I'm going to start with one of these on the end because I want to be able to hide the knot later. Okay, so here I'm going to put this bead on, and then I'm going to put a bead cap. Okay, so then I'm going to, oh, see, this might be too big of a jump ring. Let me see if I have a smaller jump ring, because this bead is so small. I don't want the jump ring coming up over, here, I'll show you, the bead, and then it's a hot mess later because the charm's moving around, and so that's something you kind of have to pay attention to if you're using a jump ring as a bail. That's pretty great. Okay. Doesn't matter which way you put it on the needle. Okay, so pretty. Hopefully the needle will go through these rondelles with the elastic cord, because they seem to have a little bit of a tight hole there, so we'll see. Oh, and I forgot, Pam, I have a lot of people named Pam in my comments, but one of the Pams said she marks her bead-alon needle at whatever length she needed for her wrist, and I did that too. So I did one for normal size beads and one for larger beads, and this is the first time I'm testing it out. So thank you so much for that tip. This is literally the smartest thing I've heard in such a long time. Thank you so much. So helpful. You know, sometimes little tips like that just go such a long way. Okay. All right, so it looks like I can put one more rondelle, and that'll be perfect for our pattern. And then I will use my elastic cord to finish off the bracelet. So I'm right at my line. Oh my gosh, this is so stinking cute, and it looks so great with our other bracelet. That's why I just love these Bracelet Blitz, because I didn't plan on making this bracelet when I woke up this morning. I didn't know what the heck I was going to do this morning. So sometimes having something in your mind is great, and you can get it done, and then you're accomplished. But then like this, when you have like just an open, not to be weird and say jam session like somebody would for music, you can create things you wouldn't come up with normally. Okay, so I'm just going to hook that in my needle and slowly slide everything down. Oh, please, aventurine beads, please. See, I knew this was going to happen. These beads are too small. Oh, maybe it's these spacers. Gosh, okay, it's the spacers. Okay, we're going. Now we're going. I'll just have to be very careful with the spacers, because those will cut the, oh boy. Those will cut the elastic cord. And then we have beads everywhere. Still, even if we're slowly moving them onto the elastic cord, this is so much faster for me than putting it through the elastic cord by itself. Okay, so always remember, once you're unhooking, don't use this part in the bracelet. It's no longer structurally sound. It will break on you. I'm speaking from experience. All right, so I'm just going to cut my bracelet and stretch. I feel like a fitness instructor when I say stretch. Now the right side, now the left side. Sorry, I'm stretching it off camera. It's just easier. Okay, I'm going to tie it. And then going to grab my hypo cement, GS hypo cement, and dab a bit of glue on either side of the knot. Getting towards the end of my glue here. I already brought a new one, but I just want to use this one up as much as possible. Also, speaking of buying things, my spending freeze ended 2 days ago, guys, and I haven't bought one thing. I learned a very valuable lesson. I can pass up the deal. I was addicted to finding deals. So not that I'm not going to show you guys new things, I needed that break to reset. It was too much. Plus, coming up with a house and all the money I'm spending on that, it's just too much right now. So anyway, we will have unboxings, but I'm really loving bringing you guys jewelry, and I'm thinking you guys love it too. So anyway, slide the knot inside the bead. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please, please. Sometimes this cord that I bought from Amazon, sometimes it's just, it says it's 0.8 millimeter, but I swear it's just a little bit thicker than that, because I've never had the amount of problems I've had sliding knots into beads as I've had with this cord. So I'm thinking this cord is just a little thick or less forgiving or something than the bead cord I used to use, but it's worth it because you get so much of it, and after you fiddle with it for a little bit, it goes in there. So, okay, bracelets 2 and 3 from our Blitz. Oh my gosh, these are so fantastic, and it's all because of these 2 beautiful Artisan beads. All right, so I was only going to make 5 bracelets, so we have 3 down by 3 different artists, one being yours truly. Let's see, I've been wearing this the whole time. But yeah, these are so beautiful, and I cannot wait to wear them. I don't have anything like this right now yet, so I'm super excited. Okay, I'm going to clean this up, and we'll start. Next bracelet is going to feature this charm from Pam at Mossy Cup Oak Designs. It's really cute. It's got teal or turquoise and purple, and I actually pulled out these fantastic beads from Bargain Bee Box. I think they're agate. They were laying right on top of those other beads that I had in the tray I showed you. And then I also have these like matte stone beads that I got in Tucson. I have zero idea what they're called, but they're they're absolutely perfect. I don't know what pattern I want to use yet. I was trying to see what they would look like with these crystals, but the crystals are so tiny, and these beads are 10 millimeter. I just don't, unless I put the crystals just between every single bead, I don't think it would look right. And I looked through my crystal bag, and my blue crystal bag, and it's just, it needs to be redivided because every color blue in there, it has every color blue in there, and I can't navigate it very well. So I think we're going to use spacers instead of crystals. And ooh, I have some crystal spacers. Ooh, I have these. I'm sorry, I'm just grabbing a bunch of junk. So it's not junk, but I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. So I have these melon beads, which I really like using. I have these crystal spacers, which I also really like using. All right, so let's see here. We could do the same pattern that we did with our Jasper and aventurine bracelet, and it will look exact. It won't look anything the same because the beads are so different. So if we did 2 beads, 1 bead, 2 beads with some spacers, it's not going to look at all the same. And then we do let's see here. I think I am going to get a bail instead of having this hang, so this can hang lower. Let's see. Crystal spacers in there. This is just a happy little easy bracelet. I love happy little easy bracelets. All right, I'm gonna go grab a bail and I'll be right back. Okay, I really liked this bail. I got this from a strand at Michael's, and I think they still carry them. So I'm going to put that in the middle there, and I am going to hook my pendant or charm or whatever you want to call it into the bail. And Pam was nice enough to include a really thick, nice jump ring on here. So that's great. So here is our bracelet so far. Super simple, but it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm going to put another spacer. I don't know if I like these crystal spacers now that I'm seeing them. I want it to be a little bit less. I think I like these better. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so I'm going to grab my spacers and put them to the side. But we'll start piling these beads onto our Bead-A-Lon elastic cord needle. And I'm going to put 2 of these on. I like that. And I'll speed this up for you. Okay, so here's what it looks like on our, it's so cute. It's just a simple charm bracelet that's easy and ready to be thrown on at the moment's notice. So I'm just going to grab my elastic cord and hook it like we did before, and just slide these beads down onto the elastic cord. There we go. And we have a fantastic, quick, fun, easy bracelet. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And Pam's beautiful charm was the inspiration for this one. So cute. Oh, I love it. And then if you'd like matching, you have the rest of these beads. You could just do one. Maybe I'll do another one really quickly just to show you. I'm just going to use this blue. I'm going to keep these purples for another. Oh, actually, no. Let me show you. We could do a really cute matching one really quick. Hold on. Hold, please. So I'm going to grab, since I have many more of these blue beads, I'm going to lay them out. Okay. And then I have a few of these left. So I'm going to take 5. I'll just take the first 5. Put them in the middle. I will put them on my needle. Okay, just 5 beads. I'm going to put 2 of my spacers. And then I'm just going to load beads on until I hit my marks on my needle up here. They're actually fading, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to, even though I use Sharpie, they're fading, get them to stay permanently. All right, so we have that, and actually I'm going to take one of these off because it was a little long, and grab a couple more spacer beads, pop those on. And then we'll just do the same thing with our elastic cord needle. Sorry about that. My phone was dying, so I had to charge it for a little bit. So I went ahead and finished off that bracelet, and it's a perfect match for our original bracelet. So it's such a cute little set. I love that I set out to make 5 bracelets today, and so far I already have, how many do I have, guys? I have 5, but I want to make one more. Yeah, I just love this set. It's gonna be so pretty. I tried it on, it was adorable. Okay, and then I want to make one more, and I don't know what I wanted. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. I went through my stash again. I'm going to use this bracelet bar from Pam, Mossy Cup Oak Designs. I found these awesome lava beads. I think they might be faux lava beads. I'm not sure, but they're like druzy lava beads. They're so pretty. And they have like a green blue flare to them. And I thought it picked up the green and the blue in this bracelet bar really well. And I also found these crystals. I'm pretty sure I made this as a bracelet for myself a long time ago and never wore it. And I just really like how they look. I just love how they look with these pieces. So I need to find a jump ring that'll match that. Woohoo! So I just gonna grab 2 of those. So we did 2 strung bracelets today, and no, 3 strung bracelets and 3 jelly bracelets. What's a jelly bracelet? Stretch bracelets. So okay, we'll do that. I get my little. I think I'm gonna flat crimp these because I don't know that I have. It's funny that I have crimp covers in silver, but only gunmetal beads. I'm going to cut these apart. Yeah, this was definitely a bracelet I made for myself, and I might have worn it a couple times, but it's too big now. So I'm just going to cut this apart. If you guys don't use your jewelry, cut it apart and turn it into something you will use. That's my motto. I like repurposing things a lot. So I'm just going to cut into this. Oh my gosh, the colors. These colors are so amazing. Okay, I need some gunmetal not jump rings, spacer beads. Do I have any of those? It's just gunmetal. I used to use it a lot, but now I don't. And, ooh, I have these crystal spacers. I don't know. Oh, those are big. I don't know if I'll use those. I just don't use gunmetal that much anymore, so I don't have a lot of on hand of gunmetal. Yeah. But we're going to figure out our pattern. I mean, I've been doing the 2-1-2 pattern all day. I'm not doing that for this bracelet. Okay. These are very big beads. So I really love the 2-1-2 pattern today, though, because it just looks really good. It's just really good pattern. So maybe that's what's tying all of these bracelets together, except for the first bracelet I made. Other than everything being artisan beads, truly. Everything was handmade today. The pendants or bracelet bars, the focals, I should say. I'm really liking that. Okay. And you can do this as a stretch bracelet. I'm choosing to do it as a strung bracelet. I'm going to grab some spacer beads and a toggle clasp if I can find one in the right color, and I'll be back. Okay, so I couldn't find a toggle that worked. However, well, gunmetal toggle, I should say. But Renee sent me this handmade toggle a while back. And I think it goes really well. Oh yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm just wondering, like, I was shocked when I saw it. Like, how does this big toggle get through this little tiny hole? So we're gonna use this handmade glass toggle because it just looks so great with it. Sorry, I just turned on my oven. And then I'm going to flat crimp with my gunmetal crimp beads because I don't have crimp covers. I need to take inventory of everything I have once I move and then get the things that I don't have. So we're going to just start. I'm going to use the same technique I've been using throughout the video to string, and then I have some gunmetal. I have some gunmetal spacers, but I don't know that I love them. They're a little big. And I want like daisy spacers, and the daisy spacers I have are all silver. I could patina these, but again, a bracelet blitz is fast, and you know, you're creating, you're not thinking too hard. So I will not be using those spacers. I might use some of these, or I have little, oh, I lied. I do have some little ones, so we can use these. Woohoo! Okay, so, all right, I'm going to start stringing, and seeing if I have, oh, here's like an extra piece, here's a scrap piece of wire, so I can use that up. Let me put a bead stopper on the end of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that these jump rings are closed well, because I don't want to use a defective jump ring and then my bracelet pops apart while I'm wearing it. So I'm actually going to put it on the bracelet bar first. So excited, this bracelet's gonna be so fantastic. And now we'll do the other side. Oh no, I think the other side is a little thicker, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get my bracelet bar or my jump ring through it. I'm trying. Oh, I think we might be able to make it if we're very careful. It won't be as mobile as the other, but it's okay as long as we can get it on there. Sorry, you're just looking at beadboard right now. I'm trying to get it together. There we go. Okay, hopefully that won't come undone. If I just put it towards the middle, it shouldn't move too much, and our wire shouldn't come off. So one was just a little thicker than the other. It's okay. It's definitely, actually I kind of like it like that because it's a handmade piece. All right, so I'm going to grab my crimp bead, grab my jump ring, string it through the jump ring. Oh, put it back through the crimp bead. I'm just flat crimping this one, so I just want to make sure that my wires aren't crossed and that I have a little bit of wiggle room up by the jump ring. Just going to squeeze this up here just a little bit, and then I'm just going to squish like that. So there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put on my first bead. I'm going to cut this to cut off my shorter wire. You know, I'm going to feed it through it just to for aesthetic purposes. Feed it through a bead before I cut it. All right, so I want to see how this looks, and if I need to put, I think I might need to put a spacer bead here, a gunmetal spacer bead up against the crimp bead. But I just want to check. Yeah, I don't like being able to see both of those cords right away, so we're going to do something about it. Well, that didn't help either. I just don't love that. That's what a spacer, like a crimp bead cover, helps us with. I'm trying to think about what I want to do here. Let's try a couple of these. Actually, this might really work. Trying a couple of these daisy spacers. Actually, they're not daisy spacers, they're just flat spacers. Trial and error, just keep going until you get it right. So that covers up what I needed it to cover up. And then I will put one of these on. And then I'll snip my wire. Although it doesn't really matter because it's gonna move around until I crimp it. Okay, so that's what it looks like, which is way better than what it did look like before. Okay, so I'm just going to put on my next bead and then a spacer and then a crystal. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. All right, I'll just keep going until it has the length that I want. And our crimp tube, crimp bead, clasp. Sorry, totally thought I was in the frame, not looking at the camera. Yikes. Okay. Okay, so we just feed this back through. It gives me leverage for pulling everything tight. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to flat crimp that. Make sure there's some wiggle room, some movement. I don't want that to be straight. Okay. Okay, so the first half of the bracelet is finished. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. And these two artisan pieces are just astounding. I just love them. Okay, so now I'm going to find another piece of wire and start on the other side. Okay, and here is our finished bracelet. I just went ahead and did the other side for time's sake. But oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Every single bracelet I've made today is so different from the one before it. This toggle clasp is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Renee. And this beautiful bracelet bar is just stunning. Thank you, Pam. My friends came through today. Ashley helped me out with my crimp covers. Renee helped me out. Ashley helped me out with some beads and the beautiful beads from Heidi and from Pam. I'm just loving everything that we made today. Now I kind of really want to make a matching bracelet for this. I love having a stack, and this one I have enough beads to do so. So I'm just going to grab some of these lava beads, some of these crystals. So there are several different ways I could do this. I'm trying to figure out which way I would like to. We could do it a similar way to this bracelet where I do some crystals in the middle, but I think that would take away from this bracelet bar if I were to wear them together. So I'm just gonna do that same pattern of the 1 2 1 beads like we did and create a really quick stretch bracelet. So we'll just do 2 1 2 and just keep going. I'm going to do this on fast forward and I'll be back. Okay, so we are finished with this bracelet. I had to change up the pattern right here because one more bead would have been too large, but it's so stunning and it looks great with our Artisan bracelet. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and I'm just loving that clasp. So we made so many bracelets today in our Bracelet Blitz, and just so you know, the Bracelet Blitz is for creativity. It's not coming in with zero expectations, right? So we had this bracelet set, we had this bracelet set, oh my gosh, both featuring pendants and bracelet bars from Pam. We had this bracelet set featuring a bead from Heidi and a bracelet bar from Leah Clark. And I'm going to leave links to all these artists down below. And then we also made the first bracelet using my bracelet bar. So I set out to make 5 bracelets today during our blitz, and I made 2, 4, 6, 7 bracelets. So we made 2 more than we set out to make. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try and get a video of Goldie if she lets me to include at the end of this. Stay tuned for a little video gallery of these and a quick video of Goldie. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. I'm so excited when you guys are excited about blitzes and any videos that I post. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know anybody who likes jewelry or jewelry making, please share my video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Bye-bye. Are you sick of mommy making bracelets all day? You want dinner? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. You are thoroughly over it, huh? Yeah. Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Aw, you're so cute. I love you.